now let's move further and let's talk about the cabling. We will discuss about the cabling. Yeah. So
Okay.
what kind of
One
cabling we are
question.
doing? Yeah, please go ahead.
Can you how do you use in the last video, or how do you use in the lab?
Okay.
Can you
How
can you
to
describe
access
this
lab?
point, please?
Okay. Are you talking about lab? Sorry, I didn't understand your question.
How can you use in the lab, virtual lab?
Virtual lab. Okay. So I think you have to register.
Can you describe now?
Yeah, sure. I can. Let me
Okay.
just go ahead. So here you have to access labs.netminion.com. This one. And over here, you have to register yourself. Okay, first of all. So once you registered yourself, you would be able to log in by using your email ID. So for example, I would put mine one. Okay, email ID, and then try to log in. Once you log in, here you would get option for your lab access. Okay, so here itself you have to register. Okay, so when you click on access your lab, so it would ask you to again log in here. Okay, so you need to log in by using your email ID. For example, I'm using this one. And once you able to log in, you can access the lab. So whatever the lab is, defined to you, you can access. So for example, this lab is assigned to me, so I can access it. For example, I just want to, uh, you know, close this particular lab, so I can close it. And here you would be able to see all the labs which is assigned to you. For example, I have a lab is assigned CCNP, LTM, CCSA, Palo Alto. Okay, so you would get CCNA as well. Okay, over here. So you just need to click on your respective lab. For example, I'm just clicking on this. And if I click on open, so I can access this lab. Any lab. For example, let me just go to this lab. So I can access the lab. But first of all, you have to register. If you haven't registered, then you can't access. So I would ask to Joya to assign the lab to you guys. Okay, but before that, please register. Okay, so that we can assign lab to you. Okay, if you face any issue while accessing the lab, you can WhatsApp up or you can send the email on info@netminion.com. So we will help out um, for assigning the lab to you.
Okay.
Okay, once labs get assigned to you, it's a very simple to use it, because when you right click on any device, you can start that device. And when you click on that device, so it is going to open over here itself. So for example, I just want to open this switch. So I have just clicked and I can open this switch over here. So whatever configuration I want to do, I can do from here itself, because I can access the console of the device. Okay, so it's a pretty simple to use, but you have to register first. Okay, so let me show you registration process as well. So from here you can register yourself. when you access labs.net minion.net, this URL, let me just ping you. So when you access this URL, so it would ask you to register yourself. First, you need to register. And once you register, then we will assign the lab to you. Okay.
Okay.
Other thing, I would let you know that if you just want to practice same thing, so you can use this software, Cisco Packet Tracer. Let me write here. Cisco Packet Tracer, because this is good for, CCNA.
I know Cisco
CCNA,
Packet
CCNA lab. Yeah. So
Tracer.
you
I
can
know.
open, you can use this software, Cisco Packet Tracer, and this is really good for, for the beginner. But if you just want to do any advanced level lab, so advanced level lab, you can register to us, and we will provide you access for advanced level lab. So this is really very good tool to do the practice. So I would be using both. Okay, I mean, I would using our lab, and I would be using this Cisco Packet Tracer, so that you would be able to understand that how you can use the simulator and emulator to manage the lab. So this Cisco Packet Tracer is simulator, and the lab which we will provide, that's a emulator. Okay, so you can do your practice there. All right, so now I would talk about cabling. Okay, so let's talk about cabling. So cabling is nothing but this is used to define that how we can crimp the cable, okay, or how we can arrange the cable so that both device or the network devices would be able to communicate to each other. Okay, so that's known as a cabling. So usually in industry, we are using these two types of cable. For example, we are using either we are using either copper cable, or we are using fiber cable, fiber optical cable. Sorry, fiber optical cable. So we use this cable. Okay, copper cable, if we say copper cable, so mostly we are in copper cable, we are using twisted pair cable. Cable, we are using this cable most. Okay, so if I show you twisted pair cable, you might be knowing that, but let me just show you how twisted pair cable looks like. So I would use Google to show you twisted pair cable. And if you see here, this is the twisted pair cable. So if you see any twisted pair cable, for example, let me just show you this one. So you see there are different color in this. Okay, so for example, you can see the color like green, and then you can white, green, you can see. So you are able to see all the colors over here. So I'm just taking example of any twisted pair cable. Okay, how you can connect this. If we talk about twisted pair cable, so on twisted pair cable, this is twisted pair cable, and on this twisted pair cable, there is RJ45 connector is used. RJ45 connector. This one. This is the connector on the end of twisted pair cable. You would see this connector. Okay. So how you would insert this twisted pair cable into RJ45 connector so that it should be able to communicate. It should be able to make the communication. So that's why there is a color coding. So if you see here, we have color coding. So we have two types of color coding. We have straight cable color coding, which is also known as a patch cable, and we have a color coding like cross cable color coding. So I'm just going to show you both. So you can take example of this one. So we have total 8 pin in this RJ45 connector, and how you are inserting these cable into RJ45 connector, it's color coding matter. So we have, we have EIA 568A and EIA 568B standard. Okay, so if you go for a straight cable on both sides, when you arranging the cable in the same way, for example, on you have two end of the cable. Let me just tell you, you have two end of the cable. So let's say this is your twisted pair cable, and you have two end. One end is this and another end is this. So on this end you have a 8 cable, 8 wire. So all 8 wire you are arranging in the same way over here and same way over here. So this is known as a patch cable, or we can say straight cable. So you can see here, for example, you can see that on one end you are putting green, white, green, and orange, white, blue, blue, white, orange, and brown, white, brown. So if you are putting these pair on same this end, and same things you are putting on second end, so that is known as a straight cable or patch cable. And if you are arranging the your cable in a such way, okay, in this way, green, white, green, this side, and other side you are putting orange, white, orange, and then orange, white, blue, then you are putting this side green, white, brown, sorry, green, white, brown, white, like this, and you are putting in this way. So if you are putting in this way, this is known as a cross cable. So you need to remember this coding, because basically what happened, your 1, 2, 3, and 6, these are the 4 pin used, rest of remain unused. So you would see here 1 to 3, one is going on number 3 other side, 2 is going on number 6 on other side, 3 is going on number 1 on other side, and 6 is going on number 2 on other side. So this is a cross cable, and this is a straight cable. So on a straight cable you would see that the connector which is connecting on both sides would have the same color coding of the wire, and on crossover cable you would see different color coding. Okay, so let me just post this link to you. This is really helpful if you arrange this wire in a wire in this way. So this would be helpful. Now, where you would use cross cable and where you would use straight cable. So let me just tell you. Uses. Let's talk about uses. Sorry. Use of straight cable. So for example, let's say you have a computer over here, and on another end you have a switch. So this is switch and this is computer. So when you are connecting computer and switches, so this cable would be, which cable? This cable would be straight cable. Straight cable. Or we can say this is patch cable. Straight cable, or we can say that this is a patch cable. But if you are connecting a switch to switch, you have a 2 switch and you just want to connect them. So on that cases, you are using cross cable. Over here, you would use cross cable. Cross cable. So between same device, in one line we can say, between same device, which cable you use? Same device. If you have same device, like switch to switch, computer to computer, or hub to hub, router to router. So which cable you would use?
Crossover.
Right, crossover cable. Crossover. And if you have a different devices,
Then straight through.
right, different devices. So you would using here straight cable. Okay, and you would see that there are lots of video on YouTube. Okay, that would be help you to know that how you would do cabling. For example, let me show you cabling. RJ45 cabling. So you would see a lot of video here in YouTube that would be help you to understand the cabling. For example, this is one of the video. And you can see how cabling is happening. So 8-foot modular connector. Sorry, I'm pausing here. Basically, this is nothing but this is a crimping tool. This is RJ45 connector, and this is your cable. So cable have a different category. For example, you have Cat 5, Cat 6. Okay, so we will talk about their category. Okay, so yeah. So first of all, you have to use this Ethernet cable or this UTP cable. You have to cut it and you have to peel it, and then you, with the help of crimping tool, you have to crimp within this connector. And this is one time. Once the connector get this cable get crimp into the connector, okay, so it cannot be reused. This connector cannot be reused. So total 8 wire we have: orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, and brown, white, brown. So cable is arranged on that format. Orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green. Sorry, green, white, blue, and then green, brown, white, brown. So these are the wire. And once this get arranged, so they need to crimp within this RJ45 connector. So this is completely pushed, but this need to be crimped right now. So this is crimping tool. Now it is using crimping tool to crimp it. So if same, same arrangement on other side, so that would be straight cable, and this is cable tester. If this is properly, uh, if this is properly blinking, that means the cable is okay. So it's properly blinking. All you can see 7 to 8. So this is crimped now. So cable crimping is really easy. Okay, if you would have an institute, okay, so we will show you, but unfortunately, due to this COVID situation, we can't show you right now. But you can use this. There are YouTube videos, lot of YouTube video, and that would help you. Okay, if we talk about types of cable, sorry, if we talk about twisted pair cable, so if you just want to purchase this twisted pair cable, okay, for networking, so which cable you have to purchase? So we have different category on this. Okay, so if you purchase cat5 cable, cat5, this cable, so this cable is going to provide you maximum speed of this cable is 100 mbps, megabits per second, 100 megabits per second. If you're purchasing cat5e, okay, so this, sorry, it written in this format, cat5e. So if you are purchasing this cable, so this cable is providing maximum speed up to 500 mbps. And if you are going to purchase cat6 cable, so this cable is going to provide you speed 100 mbps. That means 1 gbps speed. There are other category as well. Okay, but these are very common category that we are using. Earlier we were using cat5, but nowadays we are using cat6 cable, which is providing a speed up to 1000 mbps. Okay, now let's move to another one.
But now, no use Cat 5 or Cat 4. Use Cat 6, Cat 6A now.
Yeah, right. Nowadays we are not using cat5 or cat5e. We are using cat6 or cat6a. Right. Okay, so let me just draw one diagram and you would let me know that where we have to use what cable. Okay, so I'm just drawing a diagram here. So complete diagram, we have one router. This is nothing but this is router. And from router, I have a network which is further connected to switch. And from this switch, we have server. This is server. And after the server, we have IP phone. This is nothing but this is IP phone, let's say. And then we have again one server. This is server. Further, we have a switch connected over here. Sorry, not switch, but this is wireless access point. This is access point, which is wireless. And then we have further a switch connected from here, which is connecting further a printer. Then few PC. Router is further connected to firewall. And this firewall is further connected to internet. Okay, now you need to tell me that on where we should use what kind of cable. So I'm just starting from, router, sorry, internet to firewall. Which cable we should use?
Straight through cable.
Okay, so basically I would tell you, this is when any ISP is going to provide you internet. So they would be providing internet either using fiber optics or using copper wire. So if they are using copper wire, so they won't use all 4 pin. Basically, you would see that they would be using telephone line, okay, where they are using RJ11 connector. So either they are connecting through RJ11. This is nothing but this is telephony line. So for telephony line, either they are using RJ11 connector or they would be using fiber over here. So this is exception, we can say. Here we would not use a straight cable or anything because ISP is using their own way and they were using a telephony line. Okay, and they will be providing either internet connection through fiber or they would be using RJ11 connector. So here we don't say that it would be straight cable or anything else. Okay, this is depend on ISP. Now from here, from firewall to our router, this router, we are our cabling. So we can say that which cable we will use. So here you can tell me which cable is straight.
Straight.
Yeah, because they are different devices and between different devices, straight.
We use straight.
Here,
Straight.
straight, correct. Here in between this AP and this switch,
So it's straight.
is straight. Between this switch and this switch,
Crossover.
right, cross cable. Between switch to printer, straight. Between
It's to PC,
switch to
straight.
here, straight, right. So straight is straight, straight,
Straight.
Yeah. So this is how cabling we are going to use here. And if we talk about the communication, this is a one small network you can see. For example, if any server or any IP phone want to access internet, especially server or user want to access internet, so they are going to switch from switch to they are going to another switch, and then they're going to over router, then through firewall they would be accessing internet. So this is one of the small network. This is the physical connectivity. What kind of connectivity is this? Is physical connectivity, but directly without configuring few things within the PC, they won't be able to communicate. So what else required? What else we required? We required IP address as well. Okay. What else required? On each devices, there should be having IP address so that they can connect over the network. They could identify over the network. So this is known as a network. On network, you would see two part. One, their physical part, and the other you would see logical part. So physical part, their physical connectivity, like how they are arranged. So topology, their connectivity, they are their physical part. But if we talk about logical part, so IP address is most important thing. IP address is one of the logical address. This is a logical address, and this should be on each device. Then they would be able to identify over the network. Okay, so you can see for printer you would have IP address, for system you would have IP address, server you would have IP address. If switch is working on layer 3, so on switch you would have IP address. If switch is working on layer 2, so on switch there won't be any IP address. So now further we are talking about IP address. What is IP address and how it works? Okay, so IP address is nothing but this is logical address, and this need to be assigned on each computer. So I'm just going to show you on Cisco Packet Tracer itself. Let me just open here. This is very good software. You can use it. Okay, Cisco Packet Tracer, you can download and you can use it. If you have already used, that's fine. So I'm just going to show you. For example, let me just do a connectivity. Okay, I would use this simulator. This is switch, and I can use any of the switch over here. And then I would use some PC right here. This PC and this PC. Let's put it. And then use a cable. So we have different types of cable, you can see. This cable is known as a cross cable, and this cable is known as a straight cable. So between switch and PC, which cable we have to choose? Straight cable. So this is straight cable. Select it, connect to the Ethernet port, and connect to the switch, this port. And then again use straight cable, connect to fast Ethernet port, and connect to switch. Now your physical connectivity is done. Right now this port is down, so let's wait for some time. We'll let you know that why this port takes some time to get up.